This is the number 8. This is the gold Tokyo from Tokyuger. This figure was only released in Korea and Hong Kong. This is basically a gold repaint of the original Tokyo from Tokyuger, the main mecha of the Tokyugers. This figure is an exact same mold as the original Tokyo. It can form into the 5 trains. It can also combine with all the other mechas in that particular series. This is a great find for anyone's collection to have. Great articulation with the wrists. You can still swap out for other pieces if you want to. These come off same as the original, and it's very easy to transform. This is a great figure to have in anyone's collection. Number 7, the Legacy Gold Dragon Orb. This was basically released as part of the limited edition exclusive for the Comic-Con last year. And this is the 2016 Gold Dragon Orb. Basically, it's the exact same mold as the original Dragon Orb released in the Legacy line. This is also a very hard to come by figure also, and is really worth having. You got the articulation tail, and they also fixed a lot of problems that was with the original Legacy standard release of the clips not staying together properly. This is a very great figure, mainly meant for the adult collectors, not for the kids, because this is a really nice figure with the gold chrome on it, and it's great to combine with the Comic-Con version of the black and gold Legacy Megazord. And it's a very great figure to have in anyone's collection. Anyone who grew up with the original Mighty Wolf and Power Rangers, this is a great figure to have in your collection. This is good to have, and nice hunting if you want this figure. This is number 6, the Dai Shogun from Engine Sentai Go Anja movie. This is a movie exclusive. This can also hold all of the engine souls that was released for the Engine Sentai Go Anja, and the special engine soul that was released for Gokaiger for the gigantic race car that was released. It does have lights and sounds, which is great. It features different sounds. This can also combine with the rest of the mecha to form the G12. This was not in the show. This is the engine soul. And this is one of the best engine souls. And this is actually a Japan exclusive. We didn't get this mecha in the US at all. We just got the standard version, which was technically just the standard Go Anja Megazord, known as the engine. It was the Engine Soul Megazord. But I will say this is a must-have for any diehard Power Ranger fan or Super Sentai fan. It makes different sounds when you put it in various spots. And there's one more spot, which is the Bear RV. And where do I... What's up, oh. And they can still form the separate Megazords from the mecha. You just have to disassemble Bear RV to put it in there, but if it goes in here, it does make another sound, but I can't get it out right now. So I'll just do that for another time. But if there is another sound that I can hold. But like I say, this was basically a straight up repaint. And they added some new sound clips with the special edition engine soul that comes with the Daishogun engine soul go under. And as part of the redesign, it has these two new features for the mustache and for the horns. Number 5, the Legacy Black and Gold Megazord. This was a great homage to the original Black and Gold Megazord that was released in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. As it's being into the Legacy line, this does combine with either or the Dragon Orb or Titanus. This was a Comic-Con exclusive for 2015. And you can still do the same effects by having it go into the various transformations. You can even have it go into the tank mode, which is very simple. Anyone who's owned the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Megazord knows this is definitely possible. Putting the guns in the front instead of the back, so it has this same feature. This was basically, this version was only released in the US. This did not get released in Japan. It was a US exclusive only. And this was a great rendition / a repaint of the original that came out for the Legacy line. And this has a lot of die-cast metal inside, especially when you're using it in the tank mode. Even though still, the same problem with the original still happens with this one, to where the pterodactyl doesn't want to stay put. And here you have, in this tank mode, same transformation as going back to the Megazord mode. This has great articulation. This is a must-have for anyone's collection. And to basically, this was a great Megazord. And this is a limited release. This Megazord is a little more pricey now that it is out of print. Mainly you can find this particular Megazord on eBay or Amazon now. Toys R Us doesn't sell this anymore. But still, this is a great Megazord to have in anyone's collection. Number 4, the Black Koryagin. This is a wonderful Megazord to have in anyone's collection. This was a black and gold. This is a black and gold edition, but it's exclusively made just for Korea, Hong Kong, and Japan. This is a great exclusive to have in anyone's collection. You have the various sounds. And you can do the various transformations. So this is the sound you make when you insert all 3 batteries correctly. You get that particular sound. Now, there's no leg moving really too much. Well, yeah, the legs can move, but you've got to be careful of the clips, because the clips can come off very easily and break very easily. So this is one I don't recommend playing with very often. But this is really meant for collectors only. This is a wonderful for anyone's collection, and you can make all the same combinations. Even you have the Judenchis, which is what it comes with. This is Gabuteras. It can use that. It also fits in a morpher, and it fits inside of here as your batteries. The Korean, even the Japanese and the Korean batteries both work interchangeably. But you also get different sounds for putting various batteries in to the mecha. If you put the Super Sentai battery into this Megazord, it would actually name all of the Korean Super Sentais and not the Japanese Super Sentais, like in the Japanese version of the same Megazord. This is a good Megazord to have. This is number 3, the Blue Moon Predator from Super Sentai Gao Ranger. This was used, and this was adapted to the American series, but this figure was not this particular color scheme was not adapted for the US release. They only got the standard green for the alligator. It was the blue and silver for the wolf, and the hammerhead was actually purple. So this is actually the Blue Moon that was used as when they combined with the Wild Force Megazord. And both of these, this particular color scheme was only released in Japan as a complete set, and this is very hard to come by and still very pricey on the aftermarkets. This has good articulation, side to side, and you got good ability to still use either mode if you want to use the good mode, or if you want to use the evil mode at the Duke Orb, Zanaku. You can have them with the Duke Orb to the out. You can even do, we should be able to do the special finish it does when it wants to open all of its mouths. It is possible to do this particular finish. Have all 3 of the mouths open for this particular finishing move. This is still a good figure to have for any Super Sentai or Power Rangers fan. This is a must own. Number 2, this is the Super Sentai Silver Chrome Predazord from Gao Ranger. This is an all chrome version, only released in the Hong Kong market. This is basically the same exact mode as the regular standard Predators US and Japan, but this is done in all chrome. This is done in a nice chrome and is painted all lovely. This is also very hard to come by. Same as the Blue Moon Predator, you can also still do the finish of the Predator. Let me put this down. You can do the finish that it had in the show. Which was known, I forgot what the finish was called, but this was actually one of their main finishing moves Zanaku used when he was in his evil form before he became Merrick in the US release. And he had all the mouths open and forming a very powerful blast. Now, because of the way how it's designed, you still can do the same as before, have him in the Duke mode evil version, or have it become the good version. This is still a good mode to have. And the third, this is a wonderful mode and figure to have in your collection. I recommend this only for the collectors, not just for the kids, because of the chrome that is produced on here. So you can still form other versions of the Megazord just with this same exact version. Whether you have Animus, the Wild Force Megazord, or any other versions of the Megazord, you can interchange parts. Number 1, the Lucky Draw Silver Woolzar and the Gold Magi Phoenix. Both of these are really worth having in anyone's collection. We'll start first with Silver Woolzar. Silver Woolzar is an exact repaint of the actual Woolzar, or known as Koryagin, the US version. And basically, if you open the latch in the back, same as the original Woolzar and Korag, you can have it transform into the Megazord if he's going into the Centaur Fury Megazord. Or if he's going into the Titan Megazord, you can have the same thing. Or if you just want to normally, because he can also send the right way, so you can actually ride on the Mystic Force Dragon mode. And this is a worthy to have. Now, same for Gold Magi Phoenix. This is basically a repaint of the other 2 Magi Phoenix that came out. The one that came out with the Unicorn Gold Megazord, also known as a Steridon Fury Megazord. Both of them come with a Magi Phoenix, and so does the Mystic Force Megazord. Also, you can still form the regular version if he's actually, like he's going into the Steridon Fury Megazord or the Centaurus Wolf Megazord. If he's going to go into the Mystic Force Megazord mode, you would fold up the legs and put the Pink Ranger's Megazord piece right here for that, and you would combine to form the chest plate. Also, you could have it stay straight up if it's going to be in, and put the arms back and just basically have him squatting so you can sit on Magi Dragon when he's formed. And this includes my top 8 list. Is the top 8 Super Sentai Super Sentai Power Ranger Rare Megazords. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is MK Fan signing off.